All right. So, how's everyone's day going? I know the reviews of the last two ones weren't necessarily positive. So, I was thinking going into this is going to be more positive, and it does. And this movie is actually called The Vault. It's a 2021 thriller. It stars Freddie Highmore of The Good Doctor. Never saw it, so I don't know his acting. But it also stars Astrid Berg Frisbey, Famke Janssen, and Liam Cunningham. Now, full disclosure, if any of these are pronounced wrong, let me know how to say them in the comments. This is a heist action thriller that follows a heist crew that is after a mysterious vault under a huge bank in Spain holding the treasure of a Spanish ship from the 1600s. And how we get it to there is actually very, very interesting to it. And this is a non-spoiler, so I won't say what. But there are tropes, of course, with this at this point in time, after all these years, after 30-some years of doing the same thing, kind of you can't really get anything to new. Unfortunately, but they can put a spin on and whatnot, so Hollywood needs to look into that. But there's the trope of this bank is over secure. It's like Fort Knox, which it was on steroids, by the way, and it's just heavily guarded, and it's like a military base, yada yada yada. The bank is owned by the royal government, and it's sponsored. Oh, it's supposed to be the world's most impenetrable bank in the world. In the movie, it came off like Fort Knox on steroids, like I said. And I don't know if that's really true, if it's the most one. I thought the one under England that was owned by the Queen and King and whoever the hell's royalty right now. I believe is the Queen. For the movie itself, it's very high budget looking film, very crisp looking, very crisp camera, very well done editing. Story was very, very well done. This movie reminds me of Ocean's franchise, even though I'm really not a fan of the franchise. I saw one, wasn't really interested in it. Never saw the remake because, again, not really interested in it. And to each their own on that. I know it's a big thing. People really loved it. I believe it's a Steven Spielberg movie. I could be wrong. Or Scorsese, I think it is. I don't know. It's either one of them. One of those huge actors directors. But, it didn't really turn me off the movie, but it had that shine to it in the beginning. Now, I will say the best performance goes to Liam Cunningham, and excuse me for I can never pronounce this or read this name right. Is it Jose or Jose Carando? Now, I didn't mention him before, but I thought I'd mention him now because he's actually the head of security in this. And he is, Jose, or whatever his name is, Corrado, is who I'm talking about. And he does a very convincing job. For the most part, everyone did a very, good job, but not as good as Liam and Jose. Now, I will say for Freddie, his acting was okay. But then again, like I said, I'm not really familiar with his acting. And it could just be his kind of young voice, kind of whiny, but not whiny at the same time. Story, oh man. The story, from the beginning, it gets better and better and better. It does feel like it was a little bit stretched out somewhat, but not by much. It was very entertaining, and I think my favorite part is the second half of the last 30 minutes of the film, when everything goes down. Definitely some suspense in there, and definitely worthwhile of type of suspense. To see this for the suspense, I just messed everything up. Worthwhile for the suspense, because it's definitely there. And it just looks by the end of there by the end. That looks like they're going to maybe make a trilogy or maybe make 2 movies. I don't know. Normally they don't make 2. They normally make trilogies, or at least try to go for. So it kind of looks like the ending. It kind of looks like it's going to be a continuing story type of thing where it's in with and through films. Kind of like John Wick, where they have continuous stories in each one. So it's kind of like a, but, that's all I can get into without the spoilers into this. But I definitely really, really loved it by the end. It was really, really intense. There was stuff I didn't see coming, honestly. And there was one thing I saw coming because you kind of got the feel for it. You know what I'm talking about. But this is my review. This is my rating for it. Yeah, it was a good film. Very, very intense in some spots. Like I said, some suspenseful. But it was very well-rounded story. In my opinion, I thought it was very good. I saw people give it 4 out of 5 stars on iTunes when I looked real quick. But, it was really good. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Please hit that bell icon. And remember, I love you all. Spread the love. And see you later. Skål.